Alright, welcome to the Nightcap, where the conversation always straight up, no chaser. I'm your host, Tracy L. Jones. Today's topic and theme is all about the single life. So today I have with me as my guest two of Detroit's finest singles. Absolutely great people. I have to my right, I have Miss Shantae Young. She's a nurse, entrepreneur as well. Getting her thing on. She loves to work out, so just know about that. She loves the gym. And I have the amazing chef, one of Detroit's top chefs. If you need a chef, always holler at him. I have the handsome Mr. Chef Andre Black. And tonight we're going to just jump into the conversation. So, earlier I asked you guys, what do you think about modern day dating? I wanted y'all to marinate on that and let's talk about it. What do you think about it? Is it different today than it was before?
Absolutely. Technology has played a big role in how people are dating.
Yeah.
For many reasons. And social media.
Agreed. I agree. It's
it's
like it's
so,
the dating game. That's where you go to date.
It's so crazy because you'll have an inbox. Hey, this and that. That's your invite to a date. Your inbox.
Right.
And it's for me, I'm old school.
At least ask me for my number. Let's have some conversations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we talked about the family structure, and I think that plays a big part in it also.
Well, yeah.
You know,
The way people grow. I haven't been taught the way we think.
so many different aspects. I talked about kids having kids. And,
Yeah.
It's a thing where a kid can have a kid and still raise them properly. So it's
Right.
the structure of the family that's
So they don't even
changed
see that.
with technology.
They don't even understand. They don't even see how it's supposed to be.
Requirements. You don't require.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Not required.
That is. I think we all are guilty, men and women, of not requiring. I don't care if you're gay, straight,
Whatever.
We have a problem with not requiring certain things, as if we're not entitled to have some type of requirements. I think everybody should have. I have 3 requirements, just 3. I call them 3 L's. It's love, Lord, and loyalty. My man has to have all 3 of those. Those are requirements. Other things can be added on to that to make it be the ice on the cake.
I like that.
But those are my requirements. And
Very
until I find
rarely-
that, I'm not selling it.
Right. Very rarely has a woman ask me what I did for a living.
Oh wow.
Did I go to church? Very rarely does that happen nowadays. So,
They ask you, they don't ask you,
they don't ask.
and they don't even ask you. Nah, they don't ask. That's one thing I say about church though. Nobody has this conversation with anybody, not just going to church. What do you believe in? What are your beliefs? Like those are major things. How do you not
You
discuss
could be an
that?
atheist.
Yeah, and then that's not, and no disrespect to the atheists, but that's not what I want, because I need whoever I'm with to have a real relationship, a personal relationship, not church, but a relationship.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't have to be the deacon to have a relationship with God. Some of them don't have a relationship; they just the deacon.
Yeah.
So,
On the outside.
On the outside, that's the title.
Yeah.
We're talking about 2 different things.
Your 3 L's.
Right.
For me, my man has to be God-fearing. Your walk, you have to want to walk with him for yourself, not because I do, but because that's what you want.
Not for you, but because that's what the man wants.
Right. In the first place. Right.
But the requirement thing, I mean, when you don't require, or I may require.
Right, and 99%
requirements, and then he, or per se, a gentleman, he's looking at, she required too much. I don't have time for that. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna date her.
Because it's easy.
It's easy. She doesn't require.
But
that's a problem too nowadays.
But that's fine, because that person is not for you. See, this is how I feel. I think we don't take
when the Lord wings them out.
See, but we don't take it that way. We've fallen out. We lost him. I love him. He was the one. He wasn't the one, just like the one before that you was crying about wasn't the one. You knew that before you made him the one, and he wasn't the one.
But, Ms. Jones, why would a man court or try to date a woman when it's so easy just to get what he wants?
That's a little boy. For me, that's a little boy.
Not even that. That's just that's not even that he a little boy. You a man that don't want this kind of woman.
There you go.
Right.
That's all. That's my thing. We just.
But
don't
I think that
because
you guys might be outnumbered now.
Absolutely. But it's up to y'all to pick quantity over quality.
Right. But a lot of guys don't want.
I mean, you know, what you gonna pick? You gonna pick a diamond or you gonna pick the Cuban zirconia? You can have a whole bunch of them, but they're fake.
Yeah.
They're fake. Yeah.
Until they get that feeling. Once they get that
feeling. So you were saying earlier in conversation when we were outside, you were talking about a man won't change until he gets a certain feeling. So he has to have what kind of feeling before he changes?
He has to get that heartache. You know, he has to
be hurt.
Fall in love with a person and be hurt and get that pain inside of him before he can even begin to want to change, I think. You know?
Really?
Because if not, there's no consequences. You're just doing whatever you want to do.
Right, because he's not hurt.
Right. I mean, there is consequences.
Right, but he's not hurting.
Right.
He's not feeling that pain.
He's not feeling that pain.
So if he don't feel that pain, he's not at the point where he's ready to change.
And treat a woman right.
The way he's supposed to.
The way he's supposed to.
So do you think like when he lost that person that hurt him is because of something he did?
Yeah.
And okay, so he's learned his lesson. Now that one I messed up, I went too far, and that's the one I did. Okay.
Yeah.
She the one who, when she left me, it was devastating.
Right. And it could be vice versa too, though. It could be vice versa too. But
yeah, on both sides.
Right,
absolutely,
right,
I agree. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because a guy that I used to date actually said something like that to me though. His explanation of, you know, he tried to talk to me later on after the fact. Okay. And you know, once I don't know about, you know,
once I'm done, I'm done.
Once I'm done, I'm like done. So there's probably absolutely
most women are. When they get
no
fed
way.
Up, that's it.
No way. Yeah. I'm trying to think of his name.
I know, right? Like maybe I went. No, once I get to that point where I've endured so much with this person.
Yeah, because you guys take a lot, so I can understand that.
That's true.
You take a lot.
We take a lot. And that's because we're raised, I told you, that's what we're talking about. How is it possible for us to, in today's world, be cohesive as couples when we are raised so completely different?
Hard fight.
Women are raised when we're little girls. They give us that Barbie doll, and we are told this is how life is supposed to be. You're gonna grow up. You're gonna get married. You're gonna have a family. You're gonna take care of your family. Your job is to make sure that your family is good at all costs. There's never a point in that conversation when a woman is told, "Make sure you're happy first, and then these things will happen." It's not talking about happiness. That's happiness. But see, that's what we see. That's all. But which is bad, but that is what we're taught as girls from day one. Guys are taught from day one. You grow up, you have fun, you sow your wild oats, you get as many women as you can get, as long as you can hold out, until you can't hold out no more, then go ahead and get married, and then if you cheat, make sure you do it right.
Listen to that, for real?
Is that not right? Did I just not quote? Okay, thank you. I mean, if you be real, exactly, I appreciate the realness, because that's true.
But I don't know if you taught that, but it happens.
I mean, but you are really taught that because you see it.
Yeah. Well,
in the
you may not be taught by your parents,
right?
But by your friends,
but by people. Yeah. No, by your parents too. Because think about it. I don't know about nobody else's parents, and I'm not, you know. But people deal with their parents going through their dad doing all. Because that's the reason why people always say, "Oh, that's just a man."
And close family.
You know, that's just a man. Yeah, close family. You see it, so therefore you think that's the way it's supposed to be. But we are raised so completely different. But then when we get to this age. She's 21 and she thinking she needs to get married and have kids. He's 21 and he like, oh my God, it's a plethora of women out here for me. They're at two totally different stages.
Right. And then that's why
how can you even, when do you get on the same page?
That's why you have a 21-year-old dating a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
Or 35-year-old.
Because he's
at that point where he wants to settle down. She's at that point. She wants to settle down. So I think that's a lot of times when you get that big.
But see, I think it'd be the opposite.
Huh?
I think it'd be the opposite. I think it'd be that time where she want to have some fun, and it'd be that time when he want to settle down. Because a young guy can mess with an older girl at the wrong time, and she
that's true also. But you guys mature a lot faster.
You know what?
And vice versa.
You may get some girls 21, she wants to get married now, but then she get 30.
And then she wants to have fun.
And now she wants to have fun.
Yeah, I've known that to happen to someone before.
Yeah.
You guys mature a lot faster than us, right?
Yeah. But see, that's because we're taught that we have. I'm telling you, all this is like a mindset. That's the reason why I said when we get this age and everybody is on 2 different pages. You cannot be with somebody if y'all are not on the same page.
And if you're not on the same page, like we're saying, okay, you're on page 27, I'm on page 26.
Right. That's fine.
Even
I don't want to be on page 702.
And you on 72.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's absolutely no way. But the thing is, we already know that when we go into relationships, when we get so far into the dating game with someone, date 3, date 4, we already know what this person's about. Even if they're trying to pretend to be something that they are not. Because somewhere during that time, if y'all having fun, he's going to slip up or she's going to slip up and be whoever she is.
Right.
So you're going to see that.
And then a lot of times you have to take the blind
Blindfolds. Yeah, because we want a relationship so bad.
You know, when it's new, it's like, oh, it's new.
Right,
But you guys will let it go though, didn't you?
Absolutely. Yeah, women let relationships. They make a person, or make this guy. That's the one. He's the one, no matter what.
She got a little while longer.
Right,
He'll change.
but it don't even have to be. It don't even have to be that he's a bad person. He's just not the one for you.
Right.
He's a good guy, but he's not the good guy for you.
And you know that, but you want it to be. We always want it to be the one. This time, I'm going to be in love. It's going to be the fairy tale. I'm going to be the next romantic comedy.
We don't want to have that. We don't want disappointment.
But see, we equate.
But see, it's just me.
I think that's
another one bites the dust.
Right.
Is it me? You don't want that.
But see, why do you look at it as a disappointment? That's my problem. I don't look at breakups as a disappointment. I look at it as this was not meant to be.
A lesson learned.
Yeah, and even if it ends well, you have to take from what you're supposed to take from it, and then keep it moving.
And grow. Yeah.
Because you couldn't have been the one. Because if you weren't the one, we would still be together.
Right.
Hey.
We would still be together.
So
because when I left, you would have came and got me. Something would have happened to where we have connected again. We're not. You're not the one. I'm not the one. Let's go ahead and leave this alone.
Well, you said in the future something.
No, period. I think people don't know how to say, okay, no, this is not working out. We continuously try to make something
happen.
That's a twinkle, like it's a firework. So that's a twinkle. It's a twinkle. It's not fireworks.
That's one of those little poppy.
Right, it's one of the little sparklers. That's what it is. Sparkler. This is not fireworks. Stop making a twinkle fireworks. Yep, he took you to the movies twice. You are calling me talking about, girl, I think I like him.
What?
Y'all went to the movies. What y'all talking about? Y'all was at the movies.
Or you know what else?
Wow.
Sex.
Well, see, yeah, sex will do it. But people get sex and I love yous mixed up. But that's the reason why you're supposed to like slow it down and not do it immediately. Because if you do it immediately in this mind-blowing,
right now, that's the modern day dating.
Oh, absolutely. That's what you get up on text. That's your text special.
That's what I was saying earlier. It's too easy.
And there's a picture there like this. You know, when did we?
When did we get to this point?
I gotta look on my list to make sure.
Why should
really the whole conversation?
Yeah. It's crazy.
But, however, on the flip side of it, you get a whole bunch of women who, okay, let me go ahead and send you a ton of these pictures, and when we meet. So, and no disrespect to them because that's how they roll. But it's hard.
We all have our own standards.
But it's. And then we as women, that's why I say don't get disappointed when that person doesn't treat you the way because he's not the person for you. That's not what he does. So let him go do what he does with the person that needs that. That's not for you.
Until we realize that.
Yeah, but see, we gotta stop. We love too quick.
We do.
I'm not talking about y'all. I know you know. We fall in love. I mean, what really did this person do
like, oh my
to deserve all this love?
Exactly.
Now we didn't shut everybody. We done went on 4 days. We may have had or may not have had sex, and it may have been great. Date 6. This man is going to.
The heavens have opened up and poured out.
So why do you love so quick? Because of that picture?
Because and it's not even that we love. We want it to happen. it's been put in our head.
Yeah. It's embedded. It's a
embedded.
stamp of approval.
It's
almost like it's a stamp of approval. You have your husband. You
but
have
then
your
people
family,
look
you
at
have your
you.
house. You have your this.
But not even that. People look at you as if when you're single, like that's a bad thing. Oh, you single? Yeah.
So that makes you complete when you have a house, you have a family,
absolutely.
That's
Your
what
life
makes
is
you
complete.
complete.
Yeah, we're gonna come back and we're gonna start right off at that subject right after this. Welcome back, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into another topic here. We're gonna be talking about reflecting on past relationships. So I can have some reflections. I'll start off. So I can say that what have you learned from your past relationships, mistakes, and that you've made, and on the other side. I can say that I gave too much. I failed too hard, too quick for people who didn't deserve that, and not knocking them as people, as men. They just weren't the ones for me, but I did too much to try to make that happen, wasted too much time. I have been guilty of wasting time, unnecessary time. I've been guilty of picking people that I know are not good for me. So, reflections.
When you're a kind-hearted person,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to give. You know what I'm saying? When that is your personality, you're going to give. It's hard to kind of pull back and to separate. Am I doing too much? Am I doing, we always want to just, but this is just who I am. But this is even when they don't.
You gotta work on the balance.
I mean, yeah, you have to work on that back for me. Same thing, just giving. That, and I'm very feisty. This mouth can be an Uzi sometimes.
Yes, it can. I have sometimes. I can witness that.
Yeah, this mouth can be. So I've learned how to kind of shut that down, because it gets me in trouble big time.
I've been there, and as I tell you from my mistakes, wow. I tell you from my mistakes.
Modern day dating, right there.
I know that's the modern day dating.
We on our date right now, and
But
that's
a mistake I had. That's a mistake I had to learn, and that's the reason why I told you before. You have to learn how to shut up.
Yeah.
That's something I didn't do.
Pick your battles.
Well, pick your battles, and everything doesn't have to be a battle.
Absolutely.
And it's a time and a place for the battle.
Yeah, that is true.
It's a time and place for some battles. Now, if I come out and something else is happening, that might be the time and the place. However, some things are not that serious. Things need to be discussed somewhere else. So that's something I said to you, and I told you.
Are you thinking about the situation?
Yes, when I told you, and I told you that
and
you have to
that
learn
point,
how to. You keep saying you want a man, this certain kind of man, and you want him to be this manly man and be there to take care of you, do this, do that. But you can't fight him on that. You got to let him be that man.
Verbally abusive.
You can't expect him to be that. Not verbally abusive. Oh no.
But when I will hold in. I will take in, and I'll hold it, and I'll hold it, and I'll hold it. There you go.
So what's your reflections?
And the teapot explode. Yeah. I thought about myself too much and didn't put enough into the lady, my mate. So, I had to reflect back on that and, learn that you have to treat women a certain way. Okay, you have to express your love. You have to do things. You can't concentrate on you.
Yeah, these people gonna be texting and tweeting.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. You gotta concentrate on yourself, but you also have to pour love into your mate, and that's something that I didn't do, and I lost it.
So that was your.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah,
all
that
right.
pain.
All right. That's the one that got. So
that
you
reality.
know.
That was your reality.
That's the one to let you know.
Reality.
That's.
Yeah.
But that's real.
Yeah, that's reality. So you have to do what you're supposed to do in a relationship, and if you don't do it, then somebody else is gonna do it for you. But you have to pour that love. You have to show them that you care. And you have to be affectionate. You have to do things. It's not about the money. Or you want this here you go, and then go back to taking care of yourself.
Right.
You have to put emotions in it. You have to do things.
I like that.
Yeah, so that's what I learned. It's short and straight to the point, but that's what I learned.
That's real though. Yeah. I appreciate you for being that real, because you don't hear that often from a man's perspective.
That's the only thing I can do is
so I appreciate
be
that.
real.
I appreciate that. Well, this is true, and that's another thing I want to tap on. So I'm glad you said it. Mm-hmm. People being real. Mm-hmm. Why is it? What I find that I have a big issue with dating. And looking at people date that I know, why is it that people pretend to be something that they're not? just to get this specific person. It amazes me. Like I have women, you act as if you are quiet. You know, you have I'm just quiet. I don't do this. I don't do that. But that's not you. And then once you and that person get together, and you start being the real you, you're not the person for them. That's not who they're interested in, and that's fine. You can't make. You have to be real, but people don't be real. There's nothing real anymore.
Right.
Everything
we like our masks.
is.
We hide behind so many masks.
Yeah.
And we love our masks because that's just our comfort zone.
Right.
So when you put on your mask and you I'm really like, when you meet a person, you're meeting the representative all the time.
I hear that
all the time. You know what I'm saying?
The mediator.
There you go. So when you have on your mask, I'm really like, and then 6 months down the line,
right?
No, I'm really like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
What I do,
and then you're gonna lose that person anyway because now you just lied. You wasted your time, my time, all this time when you could have been real from the beginning.
You know, you meet somebody, just say you start dating, and the girl says, you know, I'm just looking for fun. I don't want nothing serious. She's lying. She's lying because she's lying because if we're out just having some fun, really I don't have to tell you that. You already know that you're just fun. That doesn't need to be discussed. If I'm saying that to you, then I'm lying. If I'm asking you, if my first question to you is, what are you looking for? And you tell me nothing serious, and my comeback is, oh, me neither, she's lying. She wasn't expecting you to say that. She wanted to see what you were going to say first.
And see, and it's
okay if that's what you just doing. If you out but just be real about it. Everybody needs to be on the same page. Yes. And men too, stop going out here trying to tell these girls, you know, souping her up like we're going to be together when
I'm looking for a wife.
You know that's not what you're trying to do.
So
it's too much free vagina out here for you to be faking and going through all this shit in order to get one person. Stop. This person is not about that. That woman is not for you. And then you wonder why you've broken her heart and she slashing your tires doing the Jasmine Sullivan. Yeah. You done made her go crazy. Wait.
No, that never happened to me. That never happened to me. But I've had a lot of family members that went through that.
But I'm serious. People are fake.
I try to stay away from that.
So you can't pretend.
I'm serious.
But you can't pretend. Just like if you were dating and you're married. You're messing with somebody and you're married. You need to be real about that. I mean, people do it all the time. But the problem is, you go to a girl and you're trying to date her, you don't even tell her that you're married, or him, because women do it too, that you're married. And then when this person falls for you, and you tell her, then she find out you're married, then, we can't mess with you no more. But now it's too late. Because now you have put everybody, the whole,
compromise in the situation.
Be real. There's enough hoochie mamas out here that's gonna be able to say, I have no problem with that. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you do, that's what you do. But pick that person. Mm-hmm. If everybody chose the person that fit them, we would be all right. We want to make somebody fit because they pretty. Oh my goodness! Fine.
It was so funny. One of the elders at the church on Sunday, she said, "If it don't fit, don't force it." Exactly. But that's what we as women are. I don't know. I can't speak for the men, but we are notorious for trying to force something. Mm-hmm. Force love. You can't force love. Because we want it so bad.
How quick do you think you guys can fall in love?
I think
even with the mask, because the mask is immediate, right? Well, you say nobody's ever real. How quick?
No, I don't think not everybody's ever. I mean, but
you think you can fall in love in 2 or 3 months?
2 or 3 months, I guess.
I think you can know that you want. See, that's what I think the difference is. We equate love with time.
Yes,
women.
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 months is a long time.
No, see, to us, we equate this because we have to try to live this certain. Can't just be sleeping around.
Yeah.
We gotta be officially in a relationship. You can't do certain things, but we equate love with time. If we're to get with you for
a year,
oh my God, you're my husband, I'm gonna marry you.
So 2 or 3 months we automatically
think that this is
2 or 3 months.
But that's not love.
I don't see it.
2 or 3 months?
But
you guys are still getting acquainted.
But we don't think like that. 2 or 3 months. How many times have we, and the women out there can answer this question as well, How many times have you as a woman dated a man for 2 to 3 months and you did not say to yourself or your girls, oh, I think he the one? 2 or 3 months in, you really feeling them. You done shut down every dude that been trying to talk to you. I can't talk to you no more. You sending people to miss the number.
But does that mean you're in love?
But no, see, that's my point. We shouldn't even be doing that early.
Yeah.
We need to wait. We shut it down. Women, it's over. Once we feel like we found that one, we are not going to date nobody else. This is it. Because we so worried about whether or not that's going to mess up this. And it's not even nothing yet. Yeah. What are you messing up?
Yeah.
Agreed.
We still on a probation period.
Right. Exactly.
We
haven't even gotten past that.
As a flight attendant, as a flight attendant, we had a probation period of 6 months.
Right.
I always say a new relationship, we on a 6-month probation period.
And that is an absolutely great thing. And when you say that, I mean you have to put some time into something before you can see if it's your lifetime.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't mean you can't meet somebody and you like, this right here is who I can tell. But give it that 6 months, and in 6 months, if you still
feeling
even through the ups and downs,
and
if you still
off.
Then it shouldn't be. But see, I'm different. I don't have no mask.
No. I mean the opposite, not you.
Oh yeah, there. You know everything exactly.
Yeah.
I agree. You at that point you have felt them out, and if you feel like in the beginning that this is it, you should be able to. You owe that to you and this person to give it at least 6 months before you jump too far, because jumping too far sometimes you can't get back. You already
it takes
jumped
a
your
minute,
ass over there,
and it takes a
it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time to get on back over here. You've messed up already, But we do that. We equate love with time.
We do.
Women, especially, we'll say that to a girl in a minute. Oh, you've been with him for 5 years. Oh, forget him. But yet you need to leave him alone. Yet this man, they not married yet. However, they're on their process. But he's a great man to her. Great man. He does what he's supposed to do, or she does what she's supposed to do, whichever one. They're great. They're happy. Why is it that this time frame means that he's not the one for her? She happy. You don't have nobody. But you her girl telling her he ain't the one. No, he's not the one because you don't have a one.
You should have been married. It's
right. We putting that in people's head. And I can see if that person, it's a dead end. But you can see people who are absolutely in love.
I kind of feel like
see it.
5 years is a long time to date.
Well, it depends on your age. If you're 19, or if you're 21 when you meet this person. I guess I'm looking at it as right. See, but that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about people who are younger. I don't think anybody should jump into lifelong decisions before the age of 28.
Yes.
And I'm saying 28 because I don't want people to be like, that's really old. No. I think you should wait till you're 30 before you decide that this is the person I'm going to marry. You change so much on what you want from 20 to 30. Oh my God. Who I was liking at 20.
Learn a lot.
You wouldn't even think about right now. Like, oh my God. Are you kidding me?
What happened? Yes, absolutely. You don't want that.
Maybe even last year, like, what the hell were you thinking?
Yeah, and I think sometimes we choose people because we just want somebody.
Yeah. Have that lonely spirit.
Right. Loneliness is some serious.
Honey,
that will get you to do some things.
Honey,
talk to some. Yes. See, you guys may not have. You may not feel that way. Again, that's because that's not what you're taught. We are taught that we are not in a relationship with somebody that maybe is something wrong with us.
See, we're not taught.
But see, y'all not exactly.
I can miss somebody and maybe be lonely. Okay.
Modern day dating.
That's my mom. And I'm not a mom anymore. But that's my mom and I love her. But
so you said modern day dating.
Modern day dating. I forgot I was going to say. You threw me off.
Well, we were going to talk about modern day dating. So the modern day dating now, we started off with this whole topic. We went through all these things showing us or explaining why we think modern day dating is an issue. So what do you think you can do in your future relationships or potential relationships to make sure that you implement all these things that you said you didn't do? So we'll talk about that in a few moments.
Okay.